If your desk looks like this, but you actually want it to look like this, then stay tuned. These are the ADHD friendly hacks that will help make working from home easier for you in 2025. The first thing you want to do is take all the stuff that you do not need and get it off your desk. Anything non-essential goes into a drawer or bin, wherever you want to put it. Then you actually keep just the essential stuff on top of your desk. That way you're always able to see it and reach it easily. And here are some examples. You don't need knickknacks on top of your desk, cool to look at, but you just don't need them. They're not essential. You don't need all the freebies you got from wherever you got them from. You don't need the bowl from last night's dinner that's still on your desk you just forgot to take into the kitchen. All those things can be removed from the top of your desk. Hack number 2 is to stay minimal. You do not need a surplus of everything in your office. You need the things that you use every day to do your job, but other than that, you do not need extra surplus of things that's not essential just around your office in drawers and bins, wherever you might have them. You don't need 1,000 pens or 1,000 notebooks if you're not going to use them this week to get your job done. You can go ahead and reduce that stuff down and just keep a small amount of it in your office. And then when you actually need to get more because you've ran out, then go to the store and get more. But you don't want to have that stuff in your office just taking up space, making your office more cramped, more cluttered, and then you can't find the things you actually need because of the fact that there's just so much stuff in the way. Hack number 3 is divide everything on your desk. And what I mean is divide your desk into sections. On the top of your desk, divide and have a section for pens, have a section for paper clips, have a section for sticky notes. Just divide it and make sure you have some place for all the essential things and put them in that same place every time. That way it's easy to find them. That way it's easy to actually know where to put it back or restock it. And it makes your day easier overall. And the other thing you want to do is inside your drawers, divide that into sections as well. Get drawer dividers and create different sections in your drawers for different things. Or get some of these containers that you can put inside your drawer, and these containers create different sections inside your drawer. That way you divide it up and then you have different things you can put in those different containers, and it makes it really neat and organized. When you open your drawer, you're not looking at a junk drawer, you're looking at a very organized office drawer. If you're enjoying the content, click the subscribe button to see more. Hack number 4 is communication is key. You want some way to communicate with other people if they come by your office. You also want some way to remind yourself of anything important. Sticky notes work great for this because you can write whatever you want to and then post them anywhere. Dry erase board is great as well because you can write anything on there and then erase it when you don't need it. Also, having a pegboard and putting things on top of the pegboard or on the pegboard will help you as well too. You want to have some way that is some form of communication that's quick and easy, and you can actually use it with other people as well. Hack number 5 is what I call the unfinished work tray. Now what this is, you get a basket, a tray, whatever you want that you can put things inside, and it holds papers or folders and things like that. It's big enough for that. And then what you're going to do is anything you do not finish during the day, you choose one thing that you actually want to work on tomorrow. And then you take all the stuff for that one thing you want to work on tomorrow and put it inside the tray. And the reason you want to do this is because then you don't have to go around your office trying to figure out where you put different papers or folders or whatever you need to actually do that thing and finish it the next day. It's all in that one location. Makes it really easy. You can get started on it right away, and hopefully you'll finish it and then move on to something else. The caveat of this is only one thing goes in the tray, just one task. You don't put 3 tasks, 4 tasks in there, just one. Hack number 6 is what I call a news station, and all has to deal with mail. And the reason I call this a news station because when you get mail, you get good news, you get bad news, you get news that you do not want to care about in your mail. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have 2 trays. One tray is all the essential stuff that you need that you want to keep. You put all that mail in there. The next tray is all the stuff you don't care about, all the stuff you don't need, all the stuff that's trash. You put it in there. And then you take the stuff that's in the trash tray and you actually throw it out and get rid of it. And then the stuff you actually want to keep, when your day is done, you take that stuff and put it to wherever it needs to go, wherever you want to file it. And then you have those 2 trays there on the next day and you do the same thing. And that's why it's a good thing to have this in your office. Hack number 7, loving and hating cords. Power cords, we love them because of the fact everything in our office needs power, just about. Fax machines, printers, computers. On the other hand, all these cords become just one chaotic, jumbled mess. The more cords that we get, we don't figure out which cords go to which thing because it's all a jumbled mess behind our desk. And so we need some way to actually manage cords. They do have a cable management box that you can put all your cords into, so at least they don't look like a jumbled mess when they're inside the cable management box. It looks neater. On the other hand, other things that you can do is actually get labels for your cords and label every cord. That way, when you look behind your desk, you at least know, you can look on the label and see which cord goes to which thing. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time to do this, but once you do it, it's done, and it's really going to help with actually managing your cords and using your cords for everything you need to do in your office. Hack number 8 is to elevate to take advantage of your vertical space. One way you can do this is get a laptop stand, put your laptop on there, and then all that space under there can be used for something else, which is great because you have space you were not using before. Also, you can get open shelving and put that around your office and then take things that were on your desk or in a drawer that you might need at some point, put it on the shelves. You always have access to it. You always can see it. So it makes it a really good thing to have in your office to take advantage of that vertical space. Hack number 9 is to give it space or create space in your office. One example is if you have a printer on your desk, you actually want to take that printer off your desk and move it to another desk or table and make a printing station. Have the printer there, have all the materials there that you need to actually make sure that you can print or fax, whichever. And then all that space that you freed up on your desk, you can use for something else, which is great because now you don't feel as cramped. Your desk doesn't feel as cluttered and allows you just to feel more comfortable in your office. Hack number 10 is to go digital. There are a lot of things that we don't need hard copies for. We don't need physical things for anymore. For example, e-billing. All your bills can now be online. You don't have to keep the paper bill in folders and a drawer and everything, maybe even taking over your desk because there's so many bills. And you can also have things like a digital calendar. Instead of having a full physical calendar on your desk, you actually have a calendar in your phone, computer, tablet, and use that instead. You're just freeing up space with anything that you can make digital. That way you have more space on your desk is less cluttered, and just makes it a more ADHD friendly environment by having things that you don't need to make it actually have those things go digital. Hack number 11, nothing broken. Don't keep anything broken in your office or on your desk. It takes up space, you don't need it. You might have wanted to fix it in the past, but you haven't got around to fixing it. Go ahead, get rid of it, declutter it. You do not need it in your office. It's gonna free up space on your desk. It's gonna free up space everywhere. Hack number 12 is break, or actually taking breaks. You need to take breaks throughout your day, throughout your work day. And what you do is you get a timer that you can see to make sure that you know when your break is, how long you've been on break, you know when you're actually going to start working again. This is going to keep you on schedule and help you get things done, help you actually finish things more just by having a timer, because it actually creates a concrete expectation of this is how much time this is actually going to take, instead of actually guessing how much time something is actually going to take. Hack number 13, give your office a vibe, give your desk a vibe. And what I mean is you want to actually have something that makes it fun, makes it more comfortable for you. Maybe you have music you like to play all the time when you're working, so have a smart speaker there. Maybe you want to have a different smell in your office, so actually get a diffuser and do that. Maybe have different pillows on your chair. Whatever you need to do to give it the vibe that you want to, that is what is a really good thing to actually do, because then you feel more comfortable when you're working. You feel more comfortable at your desk. You feel more comfortable overall. And here's something that may surprise you. I have even more hacks that will help make your office ADHD friendly. The video is going to come up. Just click that video and watch that video to find out what those hacks are.